I did granite speakers, covers that are really pretty wild. Underneath them are some big ESSs and stuff. Got a cool sound system. I made granite designs everywhere, mirrors that are sideways instead of vertical, and I have kind of a neat looking look for curtains that I put in front of the door instead of having the blinds that I have. And I like that kind of look, kind of brings it out, and you got your vine that goes around, looks kind of gnarly and all. And I built it out of the extra wood that I had and mounted it right up. Everything came out perfect in this place. It's amazing. Man upstairs blessed the heck out of me. I don't know where I come up with all these designs, you know. And when you come on down, all the beams are done in granite. I got a drag bike hanging. A big chandelier, Italian chandelier. It's from a lady, Mrs. Harris. Had bought a little place in Dunsmuir now, her and her husband, Mr. Harris. And they had a big home, and that's where I got most of my mirrors and chairs and chandeliers through my whole house was from her. They sold them to me real cheap. And really like them. Great people. But this is a VMAX Yamaha. It's called Your Mama instead of Yamaha. It's been on Speed Vision a couple times. It runs a blower on it with a Holley carburetor. It's a little over 200 miles an hour if you keep the throttle open. It's got a big fat tire in the back. I guess it's about 12 to 14 inches wide. We've got an entertainment center. I got all my entertainment centers and couches and TVs, stereo equipment from Anderson's TV in the Bay Area. They really took care of me. And this is all floor model stuff that they had. And picked it up. I got an Andoconda skin from my buddy Van, that's a professor at the University of Harvard there, Harvard University. And this is about 11 foot long Andoconda skin, and that's being chopped at the tail end and head, so it's probably a lot longer than that. But we've got a buffalo head over here in the right hand corner, and a couple of big muley deer heads, and a big moose head. And she come out pretty neat. Looks beautiful in here. And the ceilings are super high. I guess they're about 18 feet high. And you come on down, and the stove I had, it was all open before, and a friend of mine gave me the buck insert. And what I did is I painted it the way I wanted, and I had a metal plate on the back designed the way I wanted, and a friend of mine that had a metal shop, him and I made that frame. Didn't take no time at all. But it kind of looks a little different with the black and the white. Makes it stand out. I got next to it here, we have horses that are all hand carved out of marble and stuff. This thing weighs about 300 pounds. We got two sets of them. Actually, there's one in the far right hand corner. And I have this door rock on the ground because it's winter time and I'm doing fire, so I don't like nothing to burn the carpet. But I don't know if you can see the other horses there, Robert. Coming out all right. Cool. And then I inlaid this carpet. It was a throw carpet, and I loved the way it looked. I wanted something different, so I cut the fringes off the outside, and I laid the travertine and the Jallo granite with a border in it all the way around. And it was the man upstairs, because when I went to put it in, I go, this is not going to fit. And I started working it and stretching it. It fit in within a 1/16 of an inch. It's amazing. I don't know how in the heck the man upstairs, he's been taking care of me, and he knows I got a good heart. I might be a pain in the neck sometimes, but my couches are floating off the ground so you can see underneath them. Easy to clean. And actually they're comfortable. You just kind of walk up here nice and you sit down. Just beautiful. You pull your dill back and you're just kicking and relaxing. So I like it. Instead of the real low couches are hard to get up in and out of and all. And I got a mirror that I made 3-dimensional. It's comes out about 6 inches. It's wrapped with black carpet on the outside of it. But it sticks out, yeah, like I said, 6 inches. It had a crack. And this mirror came from Mrs. Harris too. And it was in a crate, and she didn't know it was broken. So what I did was I pinstriped it and made it even look wilder. So I saved me a beautiful Italian mirror, you know. And then I did the designs to these walls and windows with the charcoal colored blinds, and they work vertically, and they drop down or go up, as you can see in the windows there. And everything's done with Anderson's windows. There's 19 windows in this one room. And you got a diamond that sticks out too. Makes it kind of unique. Looks like the granite just flows right up into the beams. And actually made the place a lot stronger. Before you hit one of these beams and things would shake. Now it's solid as the rock. But I made a tabletop here. And I got these granite pillars for, I think, about $100. I go to auctions and all kind of stuff and pick up a lot of this stuff. And I have a Jesus sitting up here with a waterfall behind it. This is my grandfather's Jesus and my great-grandpas and grandmas. It was on their gravesite in the Bay Area. And I guess a couple clowns went through the what would you call it? The
cemetery?
The cemetery. I was dumbfounded for words because I was thinking about what they did. But the cemetery, they broke a lot of Jesus' heads off there and everything, you know. So my grandma got another one. This was in her backyard, and I asked her if I could bring it up. She goes, yeah, it's just sitting out there in the dirt. I went to my grandfather's gravesite and molded clay around his head. It's on his gravesite now, and I brought it home and never used plaster Paris. Put it together and did it and did a few things to her and set it on there. So my grandpa was really good to me, and he's always in my heart. I got my Bible here, and kiss him in the morning, turn the waterfall on, and shut him off at night and say goodnight. So I got a nice little, you know, arrangement of flowers, and I love eagles. Eagles are just bad. A lot of eagles up here where I live. So, and we have, you know, red burrow tables here and granite tops on it. So, because they're easy to scratch, so you can just set what you want on top of them. You know, it's no big deal. And actually, the table next to the couch, the long couch over here, it's off the ground too. I mounted it that way. Kind of cool how everything floats. It's easy to clean everything, you know. And come on, pretty cool. And the mountain lion skin, it's an old one, probably about 30, 40 years old. Got it from a guy that was dying of cancer, gave it to me. So little nicks and knacks I run through and happen to be at the right place at the right time, I guess. And then we got a big stove that's in here. This is a beautiful stove. It comes from North Fork, Nebraska. She's about 6 foot tall. And this stove came out of the little town of North Fork, Nebraska, where Johnny Carson was raised. And the lady that owned this stove was real good friends with Johnny growing up. So he was around this stove a lot. So I had a little history with it. It's called a Whirly. And it's made out of Ohio. It's in the early 1900s, like a 1906 or 7 or something like that, I believe. And it's in perfect shape. I got this stove from my buddy that's a collector. And it's really a gorgeous stove with the lion heads that stick out and dolphins, and just really a gorgeous piece. Very unique. But I don't know if we got most of this stuff. All the windows and everything is all put in there, and the 3-dimensional designs that come out.